Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3. Last time, we arrived at the Durandal, came through most of the Durandal already, and disengaged all the locks for the residential area, which of course is way bigger than it was in the previous two games. This time, we're going to go through most of those doors in a rather normal fashion. This is where we unlock things over here. So you want to head down here first. This doesn't really matter, you don't have to do this one, but I'm just going to do it for simplicity's sake. You disengage this one, and this will take us back to where we were before. If you recall, just up there is where we were walking. Up there were all those plants that we destroyed. So yeah, if you kind of have an idea of where we are now, that's good, because if you kind of keep an idea in your head about where you are, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out where everything is. Now, I believe this is empty. If it is, I will see in a moment. Okay, so just a soldier in there. Nothing to worry about. This is kind of our central area, so we're going to kind of do all of our paths from that area. Let's head over here. Okay, finish off with that fight. I believe, is there only the one door here, or are there more down the line too? I think it's, yeah, just some items here. Those. Now, I think this one has something of importance in it. And after being ambushed the second you get in the door, it fades to cutscene. And look, Mary's actually alive.
Mary, you're okay. Wait, did they?
It's nothing. Just a scratch. Don't worry about it.
It's a gunshot to your stomach. That's
Mommy.
Not a scratch.
Momo.
And it's
I'm
Yuli.
so glad to see you.
Thank goodness. You're okay.
Momo, don't worry about me. Please tend to Mary's injury.
Oh, right. Please show me the wound.
It's a gunshot wound. You probably need to do some work on that one.
How many survived?
You've probably seen for yourselves, but we were wiped out before we could fight back.
Where's Shelly? Don't tell me she's... No, Shelly's safe. She's likely held prisoner in another location.
Yeah, Junior seems to have reacted the same way to both of them. Don't tell me you're... Oh, you're still alive. Don't tell me Mary's... Oh, no, she's still alive. It's kind of weird. It's almost identical, the line.
Don't apologize. We knew you'd come. We always believe in you.
Thought you believed in the other one, too.
The else is in the dock. Can you make it that far?
Of course. You don't have to worry about us. Save Shelly, little master.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Yuli, please take care of Mary. I will. All of you be careful, too.
Sure thing. We have a lot of areas to clear out before we can go and rescue Shelly, though. A bunch more items to get. I don't think there's any items in here, but for being thorough's sake, let's check. And, of course, nothing. But anyway, so we've gotten that. So let's head over here now. I believe we want to head down this way through that door, but I do want to double check over here, because I can't remember what's up here. Another door that basically probably... Okay, I just ran in and checked that room off screen. It contains nothing in it. I didn't think it did, so... that's all there was through that door, and it's just a dead end. So this is... I was right. This is the way I want to go down here. So let's open up this one, who also I think is a dead end, or maybe this one has an item. That one contains nada. So let's move on. Now, there are a whole bunch of things here, and that, of course, is the obvious one, like I was saying in the last episode. It's kind of in the foyer, or in the... whatever that is technically, I'm not sure. But I'm going to take down these enemies, and then I'll unlock all the doors, and I'll find out which ones actually contain things in it, and we'll just cut to me picking up items. Okay, we're back. I decided to take out all the enemies and cleared out all the rooms. There's not very much. None of the other rooms have anything in it. This is the lower left room. We'll see when we leave. There was a soldier in here that I took care of. From what I recall, there is an item in here. There it is. Yeah, not very many items in general in this entire area, but we'll get the few that are there. So yeah, this is the room here that had the one useful item, and then we can head on down to the final door in the residential area. It's not nearly as long as it looks, especially when you cut out all of exploring all the rooms that have nothing in it. And ambushes.
Little master.
But of course that
Shelly,
means that we
are
have
you okay?
someone else
I'm
here to
fine,
save.
But the Arbiter Code has fallen into enemy hands.
I'm sorry. I failed to stop them.
Not much you
Don't
could have
blame
done.
yourself. None of you did anything wrong.
Yuriev is likely headed to the isolated hangar to release the seals on the emulators. I overwrote the gate ID, but it's only a matter of time before it's broken.
Don't worry, I'll stop them. The Elsa's in the dock. Kanan, escape and take her there.
Understood.
Be careful, little master.
Right, don't worry.
Alright, so one thing I just want to get out of the way now, because, yeah, we need to go there. Congratulations, let's blow these things up. Is if the audio ever disappears from the left channel, let me know. I'm trying to avoid it, but my headphones seem to be acting up, and I think there's something wrong with the cable, and it's not one of those really nice ones where you can just remove the cable and put a better cable in. So I'm kind of in a bad situation. I'm going to have to probably get new headphones. But basically I'm recording the audio as if they're coming through my headphones, so just to avoid, you know, feedback through the microphone if they were coming through the speakers. But so far I haven't noticed any of it when I've been editing. But if any of you notice it and it becomes something that's, you know, always there, something that's really irritating, then I will most certainly get new headphones to avoid that. But in the meantime, just kind of a note that that is something to worry about or to pay attention to if you care. If you don't care, you know, all the better. Anyway, I'm going to heal up and I'm going to head back to the dock and save, and then I will be right back. Okay, I just decided to take the this guy right to the isolation area after healing up, and I actually did a little bit of work in the skill tree, which is important because this is probably not the best party going forward. So let's just take a quick look at what I've done here. Most importantly, you want Medica M all on at least 2 people. Probably would be better to just change party members, but I'm lazy. And break heal M on everyone would be great. So I have learned all of these. This is one of her better attacks on this line. Her best one is W Fang, which unfortunately I won't be able to get until I take the bottom route. But I want to get her ultimate skill first, and then I'll run down there afterward. A burst is alright. Type G critical is of course awesome. I only updated certain characters, the ones I'm going to be using. So Beam Bolt is the important one for this one, as well as safety. It can actually be rather useful, and more EP is of course better. And finally Jin. Jin also got Medic M all and Break Heal M. And I did a couple of these, and I gave him Fist down or Skin down and Mind down, sorry, just so he has something else to add to the thing. And as far as equiption goes, Beam Avatar, very important, and Dog Tag. You want to have a decent amount of break for the upcoming fight. Guardian is good, of course. Want to make sure you have that extra boost. I would recommend giving this to Xion for the upcoming fight, because the boss tends to use a lot of status annoyances, and more EP is better. And then over here you have a Dog Tag, and I actually gave you the blue star, mainly because in my testing KOS-MOS ran out of EP long before the boss fight finished. But as far as pure strength goes, this is probably your best party, just because everyone's got a special weapon that they found, and both Jin and KOS-MOS have extra armor that they found, or well, that I found for them, and that's just whatever I bought. But anyway, I just figured I'd go over that, because that'll be important coming up. As you can see, we've alerted them to our presence if we haven't already. I'll just go to the side a little bit. Now, you may want to bring Junior for this fight, just for storyline reasons, but, nah.
Hello, number 666. It's been a long time.
Considering we've only met you with Junior, what, once?
Junior?
Citrine!
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm
You're
sure.
the only comrade I have left.
Comrade? She's a URTV as well.
Yes, female type number 668, Citrine. She's a variant URTV like us. If you're on guard here, then Dad must be inside.
The interesting part about that is he refers to the variants just like us, still referring to himself in the group with Albedo and Guinan, just like he always had. It's kind of interesting that he just has that sense of brotherhood with them, even considering what Sellers told him a number of episodes ago.
And if he is,
I won't let you interfere with Father.
And considering the father is also occupying Ganon's body, it gets confusing.
Are you an idiot? Don't you understand what's going on? If we don't stop him, this entire universe will be in danger! You're the one who doesn't understand, Rubido. Have you forgotten our duty? Our mission is to destroy Udu. It doesn't matter what happens to the universe as long as we accomplish that.
Okay, killing this higher being doesn't really have any benefit to us if everything else dies. If we can't enjoy, the fruits of our labor, why labor?
So Dad plans to use the power of the emulators? And the original to destroy Udu? A failure who's forgotten his role as a weapon and abandoned his duty has no right to speak to me. Citrine, stop! I don't want to lose any more of my comrades! Comrades? You abandoned us. You're no comrade to us.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Citrine was even on Miltia during that point. The way she speaks now, it seems that she was, but this is the first time we've seen her there, and we saw all of the other variants there, as well as a number of infected and non-infected URTVs. We've been there so many times at this point, I think we should know if she was there, but I guess we're just supposed to assume.
Citrine! I forgot to mention, but I have one more duty.
Of course you do.
I have the power to destroy the Red Dragon, just like Negredo.
So we've
Do you
heard.
think you can defeat me?
Yes. Now, her strategy isn't really specific to Junior. It is in a way, but as far as mechanics go, it doesn't really matter. So, first things first, beginning the fight. Let us start with Steel.
Ether drive.
And of course, the game doesn't like me. Of course, in testing, I always manage to steal the first time. Yeah, the first thing she'll do, which is why you want Xion to protect it, is put Ether Block on. So first things first, refresh. That's why she has the protection against it, so that she can initiate that right away, and you don't have to waste items or anything like that. And here we learned the Hilbert effect off screen, which unfortunately is only useful on mechanical and G enemies. I'll go into why later. We learned earlier on how good that is, but we'll need a little bit of a refresher. It's been some time. Now, let's start doing the debuffs. Skin down.
Learn some manners.
I have no manners. At least that's what my mom tells me. Anyway, enough dicking around and being stupid. Safety you may want to get on somebody at some point because she has the ability to one-hit, well, if she boosts, she has the ability to take you down in 2 subsequent turns. So just kind of make sure you're aware of that. So Mind Down. Because Xion's going to be using those, and what do you have? I could have swore somebody else had Balance Down. So we'll activate Quick, that works too. And you have Balance Down. You do have Balance Down, so let's do that. She can use Refresh on herself, so these may not last forever. That's why I'm doing more buffs to myself than I am to her. Or buffs to myself than debuffs to her. That's pretty much it. Okay, so W-Blade is more effective than probably all of her other ones because it hits twice. And let's do Slow Edge here. There we go. And of course she's going to refresh right away. Why not? I do need to remove that break that's on Jin there. I don't want him taking 2 turns off and sitting there doing nothing, so let's do that. Jin is going to spend most of the time. You can do follow through if you want, but it really doesn't matter because it's just offensive, which I haven't put on apparently, or it wore off, but I'll do that in a minute. I just learned it because... Did you miss? Do you have Balance Down? You do have Balance Down, of course you do. Offensive is not on you, that's fine. One thing I am going to do with Xion when I get a moment is I want her to use Urtekaiser once or twice just to build up would you stop doing that? Just to kind of build up. Let's see, you don't have that either. So we're going to break heal you, because she does way too much break damage. But yeah, I need to get Xion to put offensive on everybody, so that I can actually deal some damage. And I do want to get a little bit of break damage on her, just so that when it gets to the point where she's going to use her annoying attack, I'll easily be able to counter it and get rid of her all that extra damage that she's about to do. This game is not liking me today. I don't have sensor or whatever it's called, analyze on right now, because it's unnecessary. She's weak to beam, and that's pretty much all that's really important. But yeah, we do want to lower it a little bit. In fact, I will use Cave Pike, which is higher critical to biological. It's a medium break attack. Never seems to critical, though. Now, I do need to heal. Really?
Oh, you want me to step on you too?
Should I answer that? What kind of kicky stuff are you into, Citrine? But yeah, the game really is giving me a lot of grief today. It's rather irritating. Why do I keep missing? My testing, I almost never miss, and then I get on camera, and it's like, well, not camera, but you know what I mean. I try and do things, and it doesn't seem to help. Ouch, I need to heal. That's sad. I'm having more trouble this time than I did in my testing, you know, an hour ago, which is kind of stupid, but... Anyway, yeah, basically this fight's going to take quite some time because she's rather powerful and she's got a lot... Stop breaking me! And she has a lot of HP, which is rather unfortunate. She's weak to beam, but I don't really have a lot of ways of dealing beam damage except for with Xion, and she's spent the entire fight either broken or trying to do other things at the moment. So, yeah. Offensive is very effective for this fight, because you need to deal a lot of damage, and you don't get a lot of time to avoid all the damage that she's about to deal. And I gotta heal again. Jeez. I just got finished healing. Okay. Let's get rid of all this break damage, because this is getting rather frustrating. Stop breaking me. Stop hurting me. I need to kick your ass, not the other way around. Okay, and one of the downsides to this fight is you're going to run out of, EP rather easily. Would you stop that? I need to use Urtikaiser one more time to get prepared for the point where she's going to start using her annoying attacks. It's basically the way out of having to use safety if you don't have it, which you may or may not by this point. But I'm going to have to heal again. Use Jin for it this time, even though he's not really the best healer, and I probably should have used him for attacking. And what are you at for break? Yeah, we'll do one more break attack, and then we'll leave you alone until we get down. Okay, how much break damage can you do? Wow. Alright, well, I had planned on using Beam Bolt against her a whole bunch of times, but apparently that's just not going to work for me. Yep. And yeah, so I should probably need to establish some additional damage again. Now, we do have our boost gauge all the way up, which is fine. You can inflict a boost lock with Xion's special attack, but most of our special attacks just don't do all that much. I'm not really interested in trying to get my, all of my damage up there, or my, all of her break up. It's just not particularly helpful right now. I just want to get it to a decent spot. Wow, I am having way more trouble with this fight than I did in testing. That is annoying. Xion hasn't got a chance to do anything all fight long, and she never had that trouble last time. So I'm just going to use X-Buster. It'll probably break her. Give me a chance to get caught up here. Or it won't break her. That works too. Okay. healing, then offensive. Okay, W blade. And I keep going over to the right because that's where assaulting blade's been since I got it. But of course I learned follow through and now it's not there, which is making things take longer than they should. See, I keep doing it. I'm so much of a force of habit every time I use him. And he's broken.
Learn some manners.
Or not. Okay. Offensive. Unfortunately, Jin's going to run out of EP here at this rate. So I'm going to wait because she's going to, let's see, I want to remove the break on you. Because she's going to go into kind of like pissy boss mode and use an ability that reduces you to 666 HP relatively soon. And once she does that, her next attack will, of course, stop missing. Will, of course, be to follow up that with an damage that has 666 to all of your characters, which means you're dead. Game over. And she can boost at that point if she has enough boost gauge, so I'm going to try and break her when that comes.
I refuse. I refuse to accept this.
So hopefully she doesn't get 2 turns in a row here, because if she does, I'm gonna lose. Okay. So now she's going to do seal. That's fine. And she doesn't have enough break to do that, so we're going to do this, which does some good damage. And I'm going to use Erde Kaiser. Might as well use Fury. That works too. It does more break damage as well, even though it doesn't say it does. And that should break her so that she can't follow up. Then KOS-MOS can heal, and then I can finish her off with special attacks. But yeah, basically that's what I had everything set for. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you need to heal. Now that we have enough for that, and of course he doesn't have any more EP. Kind of unfortunate, but should be able to finish it off with 2 special attacks and be done with it. She is technically weak to beam, even if she doesn't seem to take any extra damage from it most of the time. Let's hope that's enough. There we go. Yeah, if not, if she has boost, she'll probably use it afterward, after she uses her seal of 666. It's Red Dragon Killer, I think is the name of them. So just make sure, if at all possible, you avoid that. We get 20,000 experience from this, and we've almost kind of balanced out our characters. And we got short double at long last. Make sure you steal the item ahead of time, because that's good. This is a guaranteed drop, and it is very valuable. It allows you to face one of the super bosses in the game.
Why were we born?
And I probably should have stopped just then because I didn't realize how far into the episode we're. That was a long boss fight. Anyway, that's pretty much all for this one. Next time we'll have a whole whack ton of cutscenes to finish up this area, and I don't have time for those today, so that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.